Hi everyone, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. This is Tina with Tina's Craft Creations. I'm on today with a quick little chat with you guys and sort of a life, I guess, crafty life update. So I've made the decision to not do any more swaps for a while after I complete the two that I'm going to be doing in April. I just want to take a break from swaps just because I feel sometimes like when we're doing swaps like nonstop, it's an easy way for us to kind of get burnt out. And I think that's why I hit a crafty wall and go into like a crafty funk sometimes for a while. So after I complete my two swaps that I'm doing with M and Deanna in April, which I'm actually working on now just so I can get them done a little early. I'm going to take a break from crafty swaps for a while. So if anybody is interested in doing a swap with me, it's going to be a while before I probably open back up to doing swaps. What my plan for the next few months is to focus on crafting just for me. I think a lot of times we just get so like hyper focused on making things for people like in the swaps, and we just kind of forget that crafting should also be for us as well. For me, I'm sure for a lot of you, crafting is just like a therapeutic way to just have that self-care that some of us need sometimes. I mean, we're all, human. We're all working through all of our life challenges, especially this crazy world we're living in right now. And I think that it's important for us to take that time to focus on our self-care. And for me, crafting is definitely a big part of that. So I'm going to be, um, my plan is, I should say, I'm going to pull all of the collections that I've had in my stash from recent hauls to from several years ago that I've purchased, and they've just been sitting on my shelf and I want to create with them. So for once and for all, I want to finally crack open every new collection that I've never used and also go back to some of my old favorites. So I'm just going to create just for myself. I want to probably every weekend spend some time on Saturday and on Sunday with a new collection, or if I really love a specific collection, I'll work on it for the whole weekend. Just making fun things, it doesn't have to be anything specific, but I can go through my to make list that I kind of have in my mind of projects that I've seen other ladies make, and finally make some of those things, and also make just some simple things like some simple embellishments, or I want to also continue using my dyes more. I really need to go through my dyes and do another dye destash. I know I've been buying a lot of dyes lately, but I've also been using my dyes more lately. Even if you're not seeing it immediately, I have been using my dyes more regularly, and it's important for me to continue on that path. But I want to just focus on creating just to create. So it's a way for me to kind of decompress and de-stress. And I'm also on kind of like a fitness self-care type of journey right now. I started back in January. Rachel, Cheryl, and I started doing a steps challenge back in January, and unfortunately Cheryl's not participating anymore, but Rachel and I have been continuing on with this steps challenge, and we've been pushing ourselves to just walk more, and as of today's date, and today is March 25th, I've walked probably, I think if I can remember exactly, I've walked about 670,000 steps this year. So I've been really trying to motivate myself to work out more. I've been working out with a friend of mine who's a personal trainer. And I want to continue on that. That also helps me decompress and de-stress. And it helps me get back into shape. But for my mental health, I want to just take a break from swaps and focus on creating just for creative sake, if that makes any sense. And then I'm going to be, whatever I make, I'm just going to hold on to for racks. I want to start sending out more racks to my crafty friends. So that is something that I was going to invite you all to do, is if you would be interested in ever receiving a rack from me, then please comment down below. And if you have an Instagram, you're more than welcome to email or to message me on there. Send me your details, and I'm just going to have everything in a little notebook, and you might end up with a rack from me. I'm not going to make any promises for any specific people, because again, this is just a creative time for me, but I do want to obviously share what I'll be making. But also with this process, I want to do more craft with me videos and more project shares. I'll still obviously be continuing to do hauls, but I do need to slow down on my spending. I buy a lot, and I think a lot of times I know personally I shop when I'm stressed or when I'm depressed, or it's a lot of, retail therapy. But I shop just because I like to buy pretty things, and but now I really want to focus on making more with those pretty things. So that is kind of like what I'm just going to focus on for the next few months. I also want to try my best to participate in Christmas in July this year. I didn't do a whole lot of Christmas crafting this past year because I was traveling, and then I lost meows, and so I just really didn't do a lot of Christmas crafting. And Christmas in July is something that I always wanted to do, but I get so busy in the summer. But I want to try. I'm not going to make any promises, but I want to try to participate in some sort of Christmas in July this year, to pull out some of my favorite Christmas collections and just create some things with them and have them on hand for later in the year. And then obviously when new collections come out, I can play with those in the actual Christmas season. But like I said, I just want to focus on creating just to create. I hate so much when I get into that crafty funk and I'm just, unmotivated to even get into my craft room, let alone to create anything. And I'm just really inspired right now after doing my good vibe swap with Karen. By the time you see this, obviously that video will be up. But playing with that collection just like lit a fire in me and made me realize like how much I love crafting and how much I love creating with my favorite collections. But I have so many beautiful collections in my crafty collection stash that I've never even played with. So my goal is to pull out, what I want to start with is pulling out collections that I've never played with and create something, even if it's something small, like, a box or a tag flip or something small. And if I really feel that that collection brings me joy and I know I could see myself continuing on with it, then I will keep that in my stash. But if I immediately feel like I don't like this collection, I'm struggling to use it, then I'm probably going to just set it aside for a crafty D-stash. I don't want to continue holding on to collections that don't bring me joy. But good vibes. Oh, I can't stress to you how much fun I had playing with that collection for the last few weeks. And it just cemented in my mind how much I love that collection and how much I just love crafting in general. And I made those two new projects that I've never made before, and that just also lit a fire in me that is like, okay, I need to start checking off the to do projects. So there's a lot of them out there that I've been wanting to try, and I also really, really need to figure out how to use my Cricut. I got a Cricut several years ago from my sister for my birthday, and to this day, I've never learned how to use it. So that's also something that I want to do, is learn how to use my Cricut so that I can make projects using cut files and things like that. So, but the only thing is I'm the kind of person that I learn by having someone show me something, and instead of just doing like a tutorial, because I'm not super tech savvy, and so something like that is very intimidating to me. So I'm going to try to watch some YouTube videos, but I wish I had someone in the area that could just show me how to use a Cricut. But that's, that's something that I'm not even going to worry about specifically immediately, but I really would like to eventually learn how to use it so that I can use cut files and things like that and not just focus on just tutorials for a 3D project or just dies or whatever. I'd like to, extend my learning on, the tech side of creating. But yeah, so this is just basically my goals and my plans for my Crafty channel. I want to do more project shares and more craft with me videos with you guys. And I want to just focus my attention on using a lot of the collections that I have, seeing if I love them, and if I do, then I'll keep them, and if I don't, then I'll just destash them. So you could potentially see some more Crafty paper collection destashes in the near future. And like I said, if you're interested in getting a rack from me somewhere down the line, please feel free to message me on Instagram, send me your details, and I'll write your information in one of my books, in one of my little notebooks. And I just want to be able to share what I make. And yeah, so that's basically my plans for the upcoming few months. Like I said, I do have these 2 swaps that I need to complete, and then I'm taking a break from swaps. So if you were interested in doing a swap with me, I'm not cutting them out forever, but for the next few months, I'm definitely not going to be doing swaps, but I'm definitely going to be doing racks as I create with these collections. So, so yeah, I just wanted to have a quick chat with you guys, and I just wanted to, yeah, just tell you what my plans were going to be for the next few months. And if anyone has any questions, obviously, please let me know. I'm still trying to hit my 1,500 subscribers. So if you continue to support me, please feel free to share my channel and help me get that to that point. Because once again, as I've mentioned so many times already, is I have this huge Maggie Holmes collection and I want to share, and I'm going to pull a lot of items out of my stash that I destashed, or that I bought from destashes last year, and some of my things that I've purchased recently that I got at Tuesday morning and whatnot, that I'm going to put into this Maggie Holmes giveaway once I hit 1,500 subscribers. So yeah, hopefully I'll hit that number sometime in the next few months, hopefully sooner than later, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it. It's just, it is what it is. My channel's growing, but very slowly. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know what my plans are going to be for the upcoming few months. So yeah, if anyone has any questions for me, obviously please let me know. And I just want to again continue to thank all of you for your support and your kind comments and your love. And I just have so much fun reading your comments and replying to them, and everyone that reaches out to me on Instagram. I feel like I've just made so many amazing friends through the crafting community, and that's why I'm just wanting to put my focus onto creating more for myself, but in turn creating more for you guys. Instead of only doing a project share once in a while, I want to do a lot of project shares and craft with me's, so that you can just see my process, and I can share a lot more with you guys. So if anyone so if you have not already and you would be interested in joining my crafty community family, please hit that subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.